What's your thoughts on Gunther's title reign so far? Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of over it. I liked his Intercontinental title reign because he was wrestling a lot. He was putting on dope matches. He
Yeah,
ain't even wrestling that often now as the world champion. I got to see Gunther all the time to really get the most out of him because, like, there's only so many times you could have him cut that promo that he cut. I'm
yeah,
the ring general. This ring
yeah.
is sacred. Like, you can only cut the same promo on your opponent all the time, like making fun of like how poor it was coming up before it get old.
Street trash.
Honestly, it's not even that for me. It's the fact that the allure of Walter, into Gunther was the fact that he never seemed beatable. He came in there with that aura. He comes in, wins the UK title, then he goes to NXT. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't win the NXT title, but it's like there was that he can't be beat. So that when he gets to the main roster, he wins the IC title, goes on that long ass run. Like that mystique was built up. But I don't know, like ever since King of the Ring and him going on to win the world title, it's just like it doesn't feel like he's unbeatable anymore. Like he just feels like Gunther doesn't feel as much of a final boss as he used to be. I used to put him in a different level, a different conversation from everyone else. Now I kind of just have him just above some people. Not everybody though.
I think that lends to a bigger issue. Who is Gunther without a belt? Because like he can't be the champion forever. I did the math on this. It's only been 411 combined days since he won his first championship that he hasn't had. So that was like 800 some days as a UK champ. Took about a year and some change in between
Yes.
that and the IC title. And then between like that and the one he got now, it was like 90 days. Sorry, 119. So 4 months, roughly. So roughly about 6 months since he debuted on Raw, not on Raw, on SmackDown in 2022.
Yeah.
6 months total that he hasn't had a championship. Who is he without a belt? And how are you going to fit that person into your rotation of guys on the roster if he doesn't have anything to compete for? That's going to be the
That's
challenge with him.
going back to before he even made it to WWE, he was kind of like almost like that prize fighter like KO before he came in. He's all about putting heads on his wall. You know what I'm saying? Like there was that mercenary attitude about him. And it's not to say he doesn't have it anymore. It's just the impact doesn't land the way it used to. Like we've seen so much of him now that there's nothing new. We have seen everything to see from him. It used to be the chop was the most devastating thing. Now it's like you see like 5, 10 of those every match. That doesn't hit anymore. It's kind of like what Paul said about like protecting your finishers, because
Mhm.
once they start doing it on a regular, it's not really a finish anymore. But we've seen so much of his game that we don't have anything to look forward to anymore. I don't know. After a while, kind of just it feels like he'll be just a guy, unfortunately.